I'm Joanna Small, the Public Information Officer for the Commerce City Police Department. It's Monday, October 14th, and these are your weekend high or low lights, depending on how you look at them. This is essentially our video blotter where we give you a rundown of the most significant incidents your CCPD patrol officers responded to over the weekend. But we do always like to start these off with a few fast facts. We answered 259 calls for service just on Saturday and Sunday. Now here are those highlights in chronological order. Late Friday, officers were sent to the 5100 block of Quebec Street for an assault. Officers learned it was a domestic violence attack in which the suspect punched the victim in the face and attempted to stab him with a 10-inch nail. The suspect and victim were both covered in blood. The suspect was transported to the Adams County Jail for first-degree assault with a weapon, felony menacing, and domestic violence charges. On Saturday, officers were called to the 10,600 block of Interstate 76 for a serious crash that shut down the eastbound lanes of 76 for almost the whole day. We learned a pickup truck changed lanes into a semi-truck, causing the semi to roll over and land on top of the pickup. The pickup driver was uninjured in the crash, and the driver of the semi was transported to the hospital with a non-life-threatening injury. The at-fault driver was issued a citation for careless driving. The reason the roadway was closed for upwards of 6 hours is because the tractor-trailer had to be offloaded before it could be uprighted. Also on Saturday, officers responded to the 11,400 block of Chambers for a shots fired call. Once on scene, officers found all the windows in the front of the house were damaged and there were multiple paintballs on the ground outside the location. The victim was able to identify the suspect as a former roommate who had previously been arrested for other acts of aggression towards the victim. A check with our records department did confirm the past arrests. This current incident is still under investigation, but the suspect could face a multitude of charges to include criminal mischief, menacing or intimidation, and felony menacing. Late Saturday night, officers responded to another crash, this one a suspected DUI that involved serious bodily injury to the driver of the victim vehicle. Officers discovered that the driver of the causing vehicle ran a red light at Highway 2 and 96th and struck a vehicle turning on a green light with the right-of-way. That driver sustained a serious injury as a result of the crash. A passenger in the at-fault vehicle admitted to officers the driver had taken multiple shots of alcohol, and we found an open alcohol container in the vehicle. The at-fault driver is facing vehicular assault and DUI charges, as well as charges for having no valid insurance and driving with an open container. While officers were working this crash scene, a vehicle ignored the investigation and drove through the intersection of Highway 2 and 96th, even though it was clearly blocked by marked police vehicles. The driver of that vehicle attempted to exit without putting his car in park. Officers and the driver then attempted to stop the vehicle, and in the process, the driver stepped on the accelerator instead of the brake, ramming his vehicle into one of our parked patrol cars. The driver was emitting a strong odor of alcohol. He was arrested for reckless driving, DUI, disobeying a temporarily closed sign, driving with a revoked license, driving with a denied license, and having no insurance. On Sunday, officers responded to a report that the suspect from the paintball incident claimed the victim sent another individual to harm him and that he was shot at twice while inside his vehicle. 2 bullet holes were located in that vehicle. This case is still under investigation. Also on Sunday, officers were dispatched to East 56th and Sand Creek Drive south for multiple brush fires. Firefighters arrived on scene and began putting out the flames. Patrol officers noticed several additional brush fires nearby the original ones and used the fire extinguishers in their vehicles to fight what flames they could until firefighters were able to address those fires as well. No arrests were made, but the person responsible is facing second-degree arson charges. Again on Sunday, officers were sent to the Sapp Brothers truck stop on East 49th for a recovered steal. The vehicle in question was a FedEx trailer reported stolen out of the Arvada Police Department. The vehicle was unoccupied, so officers waited until the driver returned and then arrested him. He's now facing theft from shipment of more than $20,000 charges. That's all for now. We'll see you next time. Have a safer week, Commerce City. And remember, if you need us, we are always just minutes away.